In this video, I'm going to show you how we change this brand identity template into our own brand style guide with just a few clicks. So let's start with our logos. So in order to use logos or pictures in Canva, you first need to upload them. So for this, you just go into uploads. I already prepared some logos. You just mark them all and you drag and drop them. Wait a few seconds until they're uploaded. So the space on top here is meant to be for the main logo with the main background. If you want to attach one, just grab it and hover over the space and it will automatically be added into this field. As we just uploaded and opened all the logos, we can also adjust the logos in different shapes and different backgrounds below here. So I would like to have the same logo on the bottom again, just to see them all at the same place. The second one is for the black background. So if you don't want to have this, feel free to delete this space. You just click on it, you hit the delete button on your keyboard twice, and it is gone. And of course, if this was per accident, which could happen, just use the undo button. So now we want to do the same, of course, for square logos, because it depends which platform you're on it. They rather prefer to have you uploading a rectangle logo, a square logo, or they even just offer round logos. So let's just finish the square logos. And now for the round logos, there is no need that you create your logo in a rounded version just to see how it looks. You can just grab your square logo, drop it in here, and it will automatically be rounded. And this way you can easily see if it fits, if it looks good. If you want to make it bigger, just double click on it. Then you can grab one of the edges, make it bigger, and move it as you need it. And this is the way it looks now. So we can close this, and now we move to the top. The next thing we want to adjust is our color palette. So in the color palette, you always have like a color field so you can easily see the color. Then you will have the color code, which you will need, for example, for websites, for some of the design applications you're using, and you will have the usage on the bottom here. Of course, everything of this could be adjusted. So if you say you also want to use this for text or whatever, you can just type in here, so everything can be adjusted. But let us first adjust the color itself. So you just click on the field here, and then you have this color button on top here. Click on it, type it in here, and then you choose it from the search. Now, the sheet will ask you if you want to change it just for this one, which you already did, or if you want to change it on the whole sheet. In this case, for the primary background, you want to change it in the whole sheet, because as soon as you click this, your header here will also get the same color, which is now matching to your main logo. As you just copy pasted this one, keep in mind that you will need to adjust the code below here in order to match your brand. So whenever you use colors, you don't have to guess, you don't have to search for, you have your brand guide. You can just go in here, copy paste it from here, and you always have consistent colors. You always have consistent appearance. So we now did this for all our standard colors, which we use for backgrounds, text, and borders. And now we are coming to our accent colors. Normally, there's one or even two accent colors for every brand. So let's start with our accent number 1, which is the orange one. So here you will see again the same question, change it for all or not. So in this case, I would say yes, because you can see that the buttons also use the accent colors. So by saying yes, your button will also adjust automatically. we're now having our own color palette in here, and we can easily see if they fit together, if we like the appearance. If we ever have to change something in future, keep in mind to adjust your brand style guide. So let's now move on with typography. For typography, we also don't want to use what's in here. We want to use our own fonts. So our heading font will be Laura. So we type the name up here, and then we want to adjust the font as well, so we can see how this looks. So we want to have Laura, and then you can sometimes, if you open this one, you can see if you want to have it regular or you want to have it bold. For us, for our brand, we would like to have it in bold. And here again, you do see the same, change all, yes or no. And we do so. So let's now check for the second one, and you see those had been Frances before. They are also already changed to Laura. So we do the same here. We don't want to have this one. We want to have railway. So we type in the name. We go for this one. We type on the font on top here, and then railway. We go and we want to say, okay, railway, this is for regular text. We want to have it in regular. Change it all. Yes. So now what happened is, by adjusting only those two, these examples below here where you see the whole alphabet, they changed with this one because you said change all. The same happened here on the right side, where we still have the old naming, but we already have the new font. So this is our tape scale, where we just see, okay, how big will our main title be, our subtitle be, our subtitle number 3. So what you need to do here is you need to adjust the names, of course. For this, you can go for find. So either you go for Control F. This is what I normally do. And then you can just use this one, and then you say you replace it with Laura. Replace all. So the last thing you need to do is just check, do you want to have them semi-bold? In our case, we do want to have them bold. Here I would not go for replace, because you probably want to review it one by one to make sure it all fits your brand how it should be. Here in the back you will see the size of your font, which is normally used, and the line height. So technically you can leave it as it is if you use it the same way, or of course just type in here and change what you need to change. Further below we already have the buttons, which are in our accent colors, because we applied change all when we adjusted it up here. Now the big question is, of course, will this be how your buttons will look? So will you have fully filled rounded buttons, or will your buttons be probably square? Will they have just outlines? So this can easily be adjusted. For example, you can go for the secondary one, and if you say no, I don't want to have rounded buttons, just go in here and you see the corners, and you can just set the corner rounding to 0, for example, and then you will get a square button. Option number 2, you can go in here and say, no, I don't want to apply color to this one. This one will be transparent, or whatever is the background color, but I want to have a border. So you click on this one, stroke styles, and then you can here apply the stroke color, which is now already our secondary accent, which is totally fine. You can also say how much weight you want to have. So if you want to have it thinner, probably go for 2. If you want to have it wider, go for 6. So I would say for here, we go for the standard, we go for 4, and then we look if this looks how it should. Yeah, I would say that's not too bad. So now the last thing, of course, nobody can read it. If you want to change the color of the font, you can just go to text color, and then you choose your color, which I would, in this case, grab from here. If this is my color, of course. So here we don't want to change all, because then it would change everything what we don't want. We just want to have this button adjusted. So the only thing Canva can't really do in a great way, as you can do it on websites, is having kind of 3D buttons. This is why I wouldn't recommend to do it in here. So rather go for flat lay buttons. If they look slightly different on a website, you also have the opportunity to, for example, go into your website, take a screenshot of your button, and instead of adjusting the buttons in here like this, just cut the screenshot and put a picture in here. For this, you could just delete this one and then you just add your pictures. So this is the second way you could adjust your buttons. Then some brands love to use icons because they are part of the brand. So it's super easy having the icons in here, because you can first of all adjust the colors super easily as long as they are real icons. Then you can, for example, say I want to have this one in orange for now. So that's first of all the appearance that stays consistent, but it's also super handy to just have them on hand, copy it here, put it into another design and work there with the same icon without searching for it every single time. After a pretty short time, our brand style guide is completed. Of course, feel free to adjust the titles on top here if you want to, but now you can say you have everything together, what you need to keep your brand consistent across all the platforms, in social media, printables on your website, or wherever you need your colors, typography, your buttons, or your icons. So the last thing to say for me is I wish you a lot of success with your new brand.